Welcome home, everyone. Welcome home. Today we are talking about affordable housing while living here in America, and we know the rent is gone too high, too doggone high, as I always say. So I created this community trying to prevent and reduce homelessness one person at a time, and as I always say, it starts right here with us, guys. So as I pass you on the information, I ask that you share the information, that you give this to your homeless communities, your families, and your friends. All right, today we're going to talk about something special. We're going to talk about immigrant help. So there are a lot of Americans on the street, and there are immigrants that are here that are on the street as well, and some are wondering if they can actually apply for the Section 8 program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear up some things. As of today, it is clear and concise as of August 2025 that immigrants are not, undocumented immigrants are not eligible for Section 8. But if you have someone that is in your household that actually is documented, it may not affect you. All right, so mixed status households may not affect you with Section 8. So if you have someone that's in the house that is documented, then they are able to continue or to get their Section 8 even if they have someone else in the house. All right, but what I am here to tell you, so I have said no, that if you're undocumented you cannot get Section 8. But if you are homeless and know someone that is homeless and you are an immigrant, I'm going to give you some resources here that actually help and support immigrants. All right, because we want people off the streets. All right, so Section 8 eligibility and immigration status, guys. You need to be a U.S. citizen. You need to be a lawful permanent resident green card holder. All right, so refugees, asylees, certain parolees, and VAWA, self-petitioners, undocumented immigrants, those without any of these eligible statuses are explicitly ineligible for Section 8. It is very clear. However, mixed status households where at least one family member is eligible can still apply. The housing subsidy will be prorated based on the number of eligible individuals. Half the benefit for 2 eligible members out of, let's say, 4 total. So prorated, guys. The proration approach is applied nationwide by the public housing authority agencies, and through their exact rules and implementations, it will be applied per locality. All right, so local authorities like the New York Housing Authority follows federal law permitting mixed status families to live together, but with proportionate subsidy reductions. All right, guys, so a lot of the places that I am going to give you that actually are nonprofits that help with people that are immigrants is usually in New York, although there are other programs throughout America. All right, let me say a quick prayer for that. All right, so anytime I hear a siren, I like to say have a quick pause. So as I said before, let's be clear, undocumented immigrants are not eligible, guys. Federal law excludes them, but mixed households are eligible with proration. All right, the subsidy is based on eligible members. All right, so some resources, guys, in New York for immigrants. You can call or contact, you can Google or look up Make the Road New York. It's a community-based settlement organization. It is called Make the Road New York. It's a grassroots immigrant-led organization across New York that fights for housing. It fights for workers' rights and social justice, serving over 23,000 members from from 5 community centers, okay? Also, there's Asian Americans for Equality. It's a New York-based civil rights and housing advocacy group, which have pilot programs offering grants to small landlords to upgrade the unit so they can accept vouchers, indirectly benefiting immigrant tenants. There is Grand Street Settlement. It is serving Brooklyn's Lower East Side and the Bronx. It's a historic settlement house that provides assistance, housing navigations, and legal services to immigrant families. So housing, benefits, assistance, and then there's Union Settlement. It's in East Harlem. It's one of the city's largest social service agencies, offering housing-related support, legal aid, and community development for low-income and immigrant residents. All right, there is legal support at New York Immigration Coalition. It's an umbrella coalition representing 200 plus immigrant and refugee organizations. It advocates for fair housing, resources, and policy reform. All right, there is Immigrant Defense Project. It advocates for and defends immigrants and facing criminal justice, deportation threats through training, legal strategy, and systematic defense. And there is iCare, which stands for Immigrant Children and Immigrant Children Advocates Relief Effort. So just Google iCare. It's focused on defending and supporting unaccompanied immigrant children in the New York legal system, guys. All right, there is a grassroots and emergency response support over at Havens Relief Fund Society. What it does is it disperses emergency cash grants, about $700 to at-risk immigrants and new arrivals for essentials like transit, security deposits, and clothing, guys. La Comina is a Staten Island-based work-led collective providing emergency relief, resource referrals, and organizing around housing and immigration justice. Also, there is Interfaith Center of New York, which mobilizes religious and civic communities to deliver humanitarian aid with a history of supporting immigrant newcomers. All right, also what I didn't say is, if I didn't say it, Havens Relief Fund is recognized for emergency financial help for immigrants. All right, there is a resettlement and emergency housing, which is called Common Point Queens. It's a refugee settlement program. It offers case management, employment assistance, ESL training, and permanent housing services to refugees, asylees, parolees, and special immigrant visa holders across New York, Westchester, and Long Island. There is also various settlement houses and neighborhood centers that provides multi-services offering shelter, housing navigation, and resettlement support. So there is the Chinese American Planning Council, the Educational Alliance, which is called Manny Cantor Center. That's M-A-N-N-Y Cantor Center. There's Grand Street Settlement. There's Henry Street Settlement, Union Settlement, and University Settlement, guys. All right, so there is, in Chicago, there is Catherine's Caring Cause. What they do is provide asylum-seeking families services, essential services, and legal connections. It is founded by 2 nuns in their 90s. Wow. There are people out here that care, guys. Also, there's the Southwest key program in Texas. It provides housing and care for unaccompanied immigrant children. Recently, some of the staff have been laid off, guys, so it's a possibility this may be slower there for Texas because people are getting laid off. All right, so unfortunately people are getting laid off. I'm just here to pass the message on where you probably can get yourself some help to stay off of the streets. All right, we want you off the streets. All right, we don't want to see people on the streets of America. All right, there is Welcome Co-op in Atlanta, and there's Refugee Women's Network in Georgia, and there's Tennessee Immigrant and Refugee Rights Coalition. All right, there's the Jewish Family Services of Greenwich. It's in Connecticut, guys. It's assisting refugees through private funding amid federal program disruption. So this is privately funded, and it is in the middle of raising $1 million to sustain its resettlement work. So right in Greenwich, Connecticut, Jewish Family Services of Greenwich. All right, guys, if you are not a subscriber, I ask you to become a subscriber. I ask you to like the video. By liking the video, hopefully this will spread and share to the people that need it the most to help them get off the streets. Give it to your homeless communities, your family, and your friends. All right, so if you want to make a difference in the world, this is your chance. This is the start to make a difference. I am not saying if immigrants should be here or not. All right, so please do not be in my comments talking about who I am helping. What I am is I stand for humanity. So I am doing my humanitarian duty, my calling. So if you do not like this, you do not have to support the channel. But we do need people off the street, and we need to stop stepping over people. I have not created these programs. These programs are here for a reason. I am not telling people to abuse the system. I am telling people where they can go to get a foot up, a leg up. All right? That's what I'm hoping that they will do. I am not advising anybody to take advantage of the system or taxpayers' money, which only a small portion goes of taxpayers' money to these programs than what most people are thinking out here. All right, so I didn't create these programs. These programs are here for a reason. I am the messenger giving out the information that is free. All right, so I love you guys. Be safe. I wish you well. I wish you the best. I'll see you on Sundays and Mondays where we talk affordable housing. Otherwise, we talk about herbalism and healing. It's a well-being channel. It's full of information to help us live our lives more enjoyable. All right? It's a lot of sirens today, so I'm gonna have to get off here, do a little bit of praying. I have a hospital that's not far from me, so I love you.